It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks. A couple of teams who've underwhelmed thus far squaring off as we're underway in Week 5. Return starts from the goal line. Dodge the tackle. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. He's at the 30. Gets the 10. All the way. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Some of those stat keepers, be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner. 100%.
And to do it on the ground, to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Seahawks will jump back to a 7-0 lead. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
All right.
No motion him out of the backfield. First play, Stroud's going to pass. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. Short pickup to their own 31. Cordell Flott there on the stop.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, where he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 13 yards.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Taken in by Vele, right side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bucs have the 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
We've set it down from 37.
Here we go. On 18. Roger.
1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down at that 17-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
On 18.
Receiver in motion, going left. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Went right, and that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Hey, check mega. Let's go now. Set, go.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they're going to force him out just before he can get to the 35. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play fake, it's Love. Complete to Diggs out left. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Give him 25 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
24-yard line.
They'll come up on first and 10.
Ready.
Love now. Good turn now, and the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. He did him a solid by recovering that, but not helping them with the yards lost afterwards as this play finally comes to an end.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long.
Stand flat. Ready.
Play action. Love. Caught by Diggs. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
He only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's fourth down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future. How about that? He gets to add a field goal to his extra point. At 2 series in, he knows he's played a big role in this one.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Moore with a return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go.
First down throw by Stroud. Short pass brought in. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Stroud off of play action. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Escapes the pocket. He's going to let this go deep down the right side. And that is a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's White on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Set cut. Set cut.
They'll start on the ground. Taylor doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Chest steal. Ready. Ready.
They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd down, they need 7.
Black shot. Let's go now. Set cut.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He finds Diggs right side. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Set.
Straight ahead with Taylor. Get some space around midfield. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our 1st quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hey, go Fury. 6 set.
From the gun, Taylor. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Down. Black, 95. Ready.
Love from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Fields this one at the 3. Good work so far. He's got room. And he great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out.
36-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the fumble recovery is made. After a fortuitous recovery, this will be 2nd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. Fryer meet there to bring it in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. I'm just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Stop.
From the gun, Stroud. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Stroud from the pistol. Dumped off to his running back. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
17 yards. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Stroud to throw on 1st down. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. It's inside the 10. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers reduce the lead to just 4. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Buccaneers cut it to a field goal game.
Buccaneers 14.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Brown with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Hut.
They give to Taylor, right side. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
Love out of the shotgun. Into a crowd, and the defender comes up with it. And the Buccaneers.
Oh, this shit just blitzed. I didn't even throw that shit. That's crazy.
First career interception.
That was
Second and
crazy.
long, they didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You can play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it. They got the ball for themselves.
And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
On the quick, right?
A gain of 15.
18. Let's go.
First down, Buccaneers.
From the red zone now. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers take a 4-point lead.
Seahawks 17.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
Ready.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we ready.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. We're cobbled together a yard there. Brought down by Rasul Douglas.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Strike. Ready.
Second down carry for Taylor. Let's call that a solid 1 there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
43 rail. 33. Yellow. Smash. Red.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Third and just 2 to go.
Set. Hunt. Block. Set.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That one complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Ready, set. Check, smash.
Taylor trying the left side. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Knowing how our wonderful EA Sports team and director does his job, we're going to see a replay real quick here, Kate, and I want to see that moment of truth, that panic in the QB's eyes. You run that bootleg, you're out there alone, you got to make something happen, or you could take a risk like that. A huge sack for this defense.
3rd and long. Here's Love. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it looks like someone from the Seahawks got on top of it, and they'll get it back. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're bringing out Mitch Wisnowski to punt it away on 4th. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And it'll come to an end as they touch him down.
First down 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
18. What's that?
Shotgun now, first round. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 45.
Back to throw. Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. Sends this to the end zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Gonzalez now for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they'll decline this and take the result. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Brown with a return here. He doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Can't happen. I mean, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting to your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Let's go now. Yellow, 43. Set, hut.
Taylor now, up the middle. And he's going to have this up just a little bit shy of the 20. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense is set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Taylor again. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that. Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long.
Ready. Hut, hut.
He's back to throw. He's loaded another one up. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Harrison Smith with the INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Final throw before the break. Throwing this for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. His return starts at the 5. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That's caught by Hubbard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Out the tonight. 18. What's that? 19 Texas.
Here's Stroud. That's low and bounces short of his man. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Buccaneer first down.
So first down from the 41. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can have a yard if someone tracks him down.
And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Second down, looking for options. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Running for it here with Hubbard. And take him down right along the 30. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Connects with the open man downfield. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
All set now. 1st and 10.
On the quick, right? 118. What's up?
Working inside the red zone. Short pass brought in. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call pretty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
118.
To the air. Stroud. He's got it to him yet again. And that one is caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Stroud. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Pat Freiermuth, the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push their lead to 18. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. As he gets up past the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready.
Love from the gun. He put everything he's got behind it. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he was showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. You say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in coverage too many times, there'll be more interceptions.
And a productive run there on second down. That's a gain of 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Love. That's caught for the first. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
There's a handoff for Taylor. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 5.
Play fake, it's Love.
2nd and 5. At the 45.
He fires one deep down the left sideline. He's got it. Looks like the feet are in bounds too. Oh, I don't believe it. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks start the second half with some needed points. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Return coming from the 6. Which team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Hey, stop. Oh, ready. 118. Let's go.
They send a receiver in motion right. 1st down throw by Stroud. On the move, headed right. Rolling, and takes a deep shot down the middle. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off, that's Bobby Wagner.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 7.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
A give, left side to Taylor. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
At the 7-yard line.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's ready.
Love now to throw. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. He picks up 28 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Come on, set. 50, green. Hut.
Now a handoff to Taylor. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. A A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Ready?
Love now off the play action. Oh no, they get him yet again. Matt Milano in to pick it up. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36.
Oh, ready?
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. Chased out to his right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
From the gun, Stroud. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Downfield, this finds Waddle. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Oh, 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's Stroud again. That's for Waddle again. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Offense in a hurry up here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
Again, Stroud. He brings it in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
They're down from the gun. Stroud. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's White on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Down. 60 red. 60 red. Hut, hut.
Takes the handoff now low. Headed out right. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Here we go. Yellow, 22.
Here's Taylor. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
That That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Black 40. Cut.
Throwing his love on third. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he's going to go down well short of where they needed him to get to. That decision to go for it on fourth does not pay off. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Stroud from the pistol. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Stroud off of play action. And this is going to fall incomplete. He made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. So now it's 3rd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
18.
Stroud looking to throw. 3rd and 2. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Oh, and 11. Tony.
To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Cut near the goal line. That play is brought to a halt. They're going to say at the 5-yard line.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you have a great chance to win.
Stroud's going to throw for it. Makes the catch. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
Ready, set.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Cut.
Run here with Taylor. By man, he's in the clear. Has room down the left sideline. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground.
Hey, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Love's going to throw for 2. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer. Will Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you spend all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
Moore with a return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Look the hot. 18. What's that?
Shotgun now, first round. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. Stop made at the 36.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Buccaneers leading by 6. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 18.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Bucs have the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Good momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
At the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. He picks up 15 on the play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And up out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. All right, a couple of yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Trying to get outside with Hubbard. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. It's 2 in a row. They've got 3rd down now coming up. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. 3rd down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there.
All right.
Motioning the tight end now. He'll throw it. And set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
Here's White on the return. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Buccaneers could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. 10 black. Set cut.
Love now. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be stopped after reaching up to the 33. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Love from the gun. And downfield, and Myers has it. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. We get 22 out of that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set.
And that's clocked with 9 seconds left. Time for maybe a couple of plays. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Set, ready.
Here's a give to Taylor. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Buccaneers winners as we say so long from Seattle.